Hello everyone and welcome to Virtual Group Fitness. My name is Avi and I'll be your instructor tonight. Today's class is going to be a yin yoga class. So what that means is that we're going to be doing a lot of grounded postures. We won't be standing or doing any balance work. This class is mostly going to focus on finding that relaxation within our bodies, resting, and getting ready for bed. With that being said, just a quick few announcements and reminders. For this class, I recommend having a blanket or a towel. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. And I'll instruct when to use these throughout class, so don't worry. And reminders. Before we get started, make sure you have enough space around you. Maybe do some arm spins just so you don't bump anything. We'll mostly be staying on our mat, so this shouldn't be a problem, but just in case. Also, if the video buffers or anything, if you have any problems, this will be on our YouTube channel, so you can always come back to it. And most importantly, listen to your body. In this class, we'll be going to what I'll be mentioning a lot, a first edge, and that's where you first feel a stretch, not forcing our body to go into a stretch or bending a certain way, but just relaxing into our bodies. All right, and with that being said, let's get started in child's pose. So child's pose, what we're first going to do is we're going to slowly come onto all fours on our mat, just relaxing our elbows a little bit. And then slowly we're going to bring our big toes to touch. Perfect. And then you have an option here to use that blanket if you'd like. We can place that blanket right here, so that way when we come back, we allow that pressure to alleviate off of our knees. So slowly with a straight back, we're going to inhale, and then slowly exhale down, walking our fingers forward and resting our forehead on our mat. And just really allowing that length, feeling that length in our spine, each vertebrae, creating a little bit more space. If we don't like the blanket here, we can slowly remove it if we like. I'm going to keep mine here because it feels quite nice. But we can do that if we'd like. Another option in this pose is we can bring our arms down by our side. And what that does is it allows our spine to really decompress and allows our shoulders to relax. And then slowly we're going to inhale in through our nose for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job, guys. Stay here for a few more breaths. Just really breathing in through our nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With each breath that we take deep into our belly and slowly out through our nose, pay attention to where your mind tends to wander throughout our practice. And when it tends to wander, just bring it back with the breath, counting in for 5, out for 5. Really just allowing ourselves to rest. Just breathing in and breathing out. And then one more inhale. And exhale, we're going to bring our arms, if we have our arms by our side, we can bring our arms out in front of us, stretching them out, lengthening our side body, lengthening our spine as well. And then we can crawl our fingertips to the right corner of our mat, allowing the left side of our body to get a really nice stretch. And just breathing into that stretch and then exhaling, just going to that first edge, When we first feel that stretch, that sensation in our side body. Holding here for 2 more breaths. Wonderful job, guys. And then slowly curl your fingertips back to the center of that mat. And then releasing your shoulders from our ears, drawing our shoulders back a little bit. And then slowly crawl those fingertips to the left corner of our mat. Now stretch on the right side. Unclenching our jaw. Softening our face. Maybe closing our eyes. Taking 2 more deep inhales here. And then slowly crawl those fingertips back to the center. Now slowly rise up, vertebrae by vertebrae. You don't want to come up too fast. Perfect. We can remove this blanket from beneath us, placing it to our side. And then we're going to come into a seated position. And so we can do 1 or 2 options. We can come into staff pose, having our legs long out in front of us. Or we can come into our second option, which is easy seat or crisscross applesauce. Perfect. Once we're here, we're going to remove the fluff from beneath us, allowing those sit bones to really root into the earth. And then we'll inhale, rolling our shoulders back and down our spine. And then slowly, we're going to reach up towards sky. Imagining that our spine is the tree trunk, our tailbone is the root, and our arms are the branches. And slowly inhale 1 more time. Deep inhale. And then slowly exhale. Bring those arms down by our sides. Still maintain that length in that spine. And slowly bring those arms down by our side. Do little shoulder rolls, down and back. And use your neck rolls if you like. Just slow, gentle movements. Just allowing the body to move. Lengthening our spine. Wonderful, wonderful, guys. Now, roll those shoulders, draw your shoulder blades down your back. Wonderful, perfect. And slowly, once again, we're going to rise up. And then we're going to meet our palms above our head. We're going to interlace our fingertips, reach up. Wonderful. Notice which pinky you have shining towards the sun. My left pinky is shining towards the sun. Just take note of that, being mindful of our bodies, paying attention. Closing your eyes, inhale, and then exhale, come down once again. Rolling our shoulders, just warming up. And then slowly, once again, we're going to rise our arms up to sky, bringing our palms together, and then this time, opposite pinky is going to shine towards the sun. So now my right pinky is on top of my left. And just notice if this feels different than how you typically interlace your fingers. For me, it feels a little bit different. Just take note of that, noticing those differences. And slowly exhale your arms down. Wonderful, guys. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come in to cow face pose. Now, what cow face pose is we're going, if you're uncomfortable with cow face pose and you try it and you're like, I don't really like this, you can always come back to easy seat or staff pose, whichever works best for your body, whichever one you're most comfortable doing in class today, do that. So for cow face pose, what we're going to do is we're going to take our right leg onto the earth, and then we're going to take our left leg and we're going to place it over our right knee. And so what this does is it really stretches our thighs, really gives us a good stretch. Being mindful of how that feels with our knees, our hips, and just taking note of that, knowing that you can do an easy seat or staff pose. And then slowly what we're going to do is we're going to take our left hand and we're going to bring it facing that heel. We're going to take our right hand and cross it over facing our right heel. And slowly feel those shoulders and that chest opening. Inhaling here, closing our eyes, softening our gaze, not allowing the neck to droop back, but keeping those muscles in our neck engaged here. Just really stretching our shoulders, our chest, just opening it up. We spend a lot of time on our computers, slouched down, and now it feels so nice just to open that space up, creating that space. And slowly we're going to uncross our arms. We'll uncross our legs if we have them crossed. If we're in easy seat, we can reverse the cross of our legs. And now that if we're in cow face pose, we can place that left leg on the earth and bring that right leg over top. Wonderful, guys. And then once again, we're going to bring those fingertips facing the opposite foot. Wonderful. And then inhale here, and then exhale, really open that chest. Closing our eyes, inhaling for 5, and exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. One more inhale. And slowly exhale. Great. And then we can shake out our arms a little bit, noticing a difference. How we feel. Do we feel a bit more open in our chest? Wonderful, guys. And now what we're going to do is we're going to uncross our legs in cow face. And if we'd like, we can sit on our blanket, just elevating those hips a little bit. Is really great for creating a little bit more space. And you can come into easy seat. And then slowly just roll those shoulders back once again. Great job, guys. And then we're going to come into side reach. And so we're going to inhale our arms up to sky. And slowly we're going to place that right palm on the earth. We're going to reach up with that left palm. Reach, 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 reach. And then slowly come overhead. Going to that first edge. Imagining that there's a beach ball right here in between your right arm and your right side. Just creating more space for that spine to create length and space. Breathing in through our nose and out through our nose. Noticing where we feel the stretch. And then gently just bring that shoulder away from your ear. Drawing that shoulder down your back. Maybe you have a slight bend in that right elbow. And slowly bring your arms up to sky. Awesome. And then we're going to do the other side now, placing that left palm on the mat. And slowly bringing that right arm overhead. Wonderful, guys. Once again, imagine that beach ball is right there. Drawing that shoulder blade down our back, away from our ear. Just really creating space in each pose that we have. Really lengthening our spine. Remembering just to go to that first edge. If you don't quite know where your first edge is, I invite you to gently come out of the pose and and slowly come back into it. When you first feel that stretch in your side body, that is where that first edge is, and don't go any further. Wonderful, guys. And slowly inhale upwards again. Bring your palms together, bring the heart center. Just take a few breaths here, in through our nose, and out through our nose. Wonderful. And now we're going to do a spinal twist. So we're going to take our right palm to our left knee and slowly, just gently bring that left palm, those left fingertips behind us, and just gently twist that spine, taking our gaze to the left. And if we find it kind of hard to breathe here because we're in a twist, gently just come out of that twist. Inhale, and slowly exhale back into that twist, keeping that spine, or tree trunk spine, nice and tall, pulling those shoulders down, really just finding that length here. Just breathing in through our nose and out through our nose. Just a few more breaths here. Awesome, awesome, guys. And slowly exhale out, noticing a difference in your right side and your left side of your spine. And just really take note of that. And then we'll bring our left palm to our right knee. And then we'll bring our right fingertips just behind us and slowly taking that gaze to our right. Lengthening that spine, drawing those shoulders down and back from that first edge. Keeping in mind that you can always come out of this twist, take a deep breath, and then exhale back into it. Just breathing deep in through our nose and out through our nose, feeling our stomach rise and fall with each breath. Just taking this time to notice where we feel the stretch, creating that space in our spine. Closing our eyes, releasing any tension in our jaw, relaxing our face. Fantastic. And slowly, on our next exhale, slowly twist out. Maybe twist a little bit to the other side. Just noticing what we feel in our spine. And then slowly, we're going to place both of our palms on our knees. And slowly, we're going to tuck our chin to our chest and round our spine. Kind of making a little bowl with our arms, drawing our shoulders down, chin to chest. And slowly inhale, bringing our chest forward. Lift our chin and our gaze up. Inhale, and then exhale one more time. Let's go to that rounding of our spine. Bring our chin to our chest. Awesome. And slowly inhale, back to neutral spine. Roll those shoulders out. We can remove the blanket from beneath us, and we can come, and now we're going to come into 90-90 stretch. And what that is I will tell you. So, we're going to bring our right shin, we're going to go into Mermaid Pose. And here we're going to allow our right shin to come onto the earth. And then we're going to bring our back leg behind us, making almost a 90-degree angle. If this, like, man, my hips, I can't do this. We can take our blanket and we can place that beneath our right hip. And that way we allow ourselves to have a little bit more space to allow us to bring that leg back. And slowly we'll inhale in through our nose, lengthening that spine here, becoming tall, and slowly walk, if we like, onto our forearms. Resting here, feeling that hip open. It's almost like a pigeon pose, but less intense on the hips and on our knees. And slowly, if we'd like, we can walk our palms out long in front of us, resting our head on our mat. Or if we have that second blanket, we can rest our forehead on that as well. And then final option, we can bring those arms down by our sides, resting our forehead into our mat. Remembering to breathe deep in through our nose for 5. And slowly exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A few more times. Just notice the breath becoming deeper, slower. Relaxing our legs. Unclenching our glutes, unclenching our jaw, our ankles, just allowing ourselves to rest into this pose, to be present on our mat, let go of the outside world. Deep inhale, and then open up, exhale, just let it go. And then one more time, deep inhale, and then let it go. And then on the next inhale, we'll inhale to rise up. And then we'll bring that left leg back into that mermaid. And then we'll roll over, coming onto the opposite side. We'll come into mermaid. And then we'll bring that blanket beneath our left hip if we'd like, just to give ourselves a little bit more leverage and a little bit more space here. We'll bring that left leg parallel with the top of our mat. We'll bring that right leg behind us, noticing a difference in our hips and our body. Maybe our right side is a little bit more flexible than our left. Just taking note of that. And slowly shoulders down, lengthen that spine, shine that chest forward. And slowly bring your forearms onto your mat, maintaining that length in our spine. Just feeling each vertebrae, giving it a little bit more space. Drawing those shoulders down. We can place our forehead on our mat and our arms nice and long in front of us. Or, if you like, we can bring those arms down by our sides, resting our forehead into our mat. Once again, inhaling for 5. And exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing our attention to our breath. And then bringing it to our bodies, how we feel in this pose. Where we hold tension, can we guide our exhale to alleviate that tension and clench our glutes, our jaw, relax our elbows down, soften our face. And slowly, once again, we're going to take a deep inhale and open up exhale. Feeling all And slowly inhale. And then open mouth exhale, releasing all that air, allowing ourselves to feel heavy into the earth. Just taking a few more breaths here into our nose and out from our nose. Allowing our breath to clear our mind. And then our next inhale will slowly place both palms on our mat, slowly rising up, lifting that chest. We'll bring that right leg back to that mermaid, and then we'll remove the blanket from beneath us, and we'll slowly come into some rock and rolls, just really massaging our internal organs, our back, our low back, our mid back, stretching the back of our shoulders. And then slowly, we'll lie down on our mat, bringing our feet long in front of us. We'll place our palms down, face up or face down. And slowly we'll inhale in through our nose for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, and then exhale all that air out through our nose. And while we're here, if we'd like, we can take our blanket. We can lay it on top of us, or we can fold it one more time and place it beneath our knees. So we can have those elevated just a little bit to alleviate some of that tension that we can hold in our spine. And slowly bring those palms back. We can have them facing up or face down. We can have both on our stomach, our fingertips barely touching. So when we inhale, we feel our fingertips slightly come apart. And then when we exhale back down, our fingertips come back together. Just bringing that attention to our breath, helping us relax. And then our final option, we can place one hand below our head and the other on our stomach, resting here. Allowing our body to recover, our mind to recover. Just giving ourselves time is so important, especially when we feel like there's so many things to do. Just allowing ourselves a minute to breathe, to clear our mind, to be present with ourselves, so that we can be present with others. And slowly, deep inhale in through our nose. And slowly exhale out through our nose. Feeling our body become heavy in our mat. Resting into the earth. We can close our eyes. And I want us to remember that we can come back to this place anytime throughout the day. We're just taking a minute to breathe. And then slowly we'll roll on to one side, using our arms as a pillow, resting here for just a few inhales and exhales. And then slowly, when we're ready, we'll rise up to a seated position. Closing our eyes, we'll inhale our arms up to sky, bringing our palms together. And then exhaling our thumbs to our forehead for mindful thinking, our mouth for mindful speaking, and our hearts for mindful attention. Thank you all for coming to this 8 p.m. yoga class. I hope to see you all next Thursday at 8 p.m. Namaste.
Oh, the lights came back on.